Welcome to On Air with Akila the Genius. I am your host, Akila the Genius. I am here with a Grammy Award winning R&B soul vocalist, lyricist, and producer whose powerfully soul voice has captivated audiences for over 25 years. Welcome, Charmagne Tripp.
Hey, thank you.
Welcome. And so we're just going to jump right in.
Okay, bet. I love it. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for being here. Are you from Connecticut?
I am born and raised. Yep.
Born and raised.
New
Wow,
England, New England girl.
what is that like? I've never been past, um, I have not been past the Hamptons yet.
Oh,
So
okay.
now
Okay.
I have a reason to come.
That's right. Yes, I am, a New England Negro, as they say. We are a very special breed up here in the cold.
Highfalutin and bougie.
That's right. We play in the snow. We brunch. We know.
No offense. No offense.
None taken.
Okay.
None taken.
Okay.
None taken.
I just honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know anything about,
Yeah.
New England Negroes.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we are, I can't, like 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 all of us, we run the gamut.
Yeah.
I think what makes us a little bit different is just I think the culture of New England. It's quaint
New England.
and cold. It's
All the
cold.
time? Cold all the
Not
time?
all the time. We love the four seasons. I'm saying that now because we have like 20 inches of snow and it's 20 degrees outside, but
Literally 20?
it's a
Have
lot
you
of
been
snow.
out? Have
A
you
lot.
been out since the snowfall?
I have. Yep. I have. I went out and I feed the birds and the squirrels. So I have
Oh,
little
you're that
sections.
person. We have a heart of gold.
I'm that person. I love it.
Are you gonna be at the Grammys this year? Because we're in Grammy season.
We are in
So,
Grammy season.
yeah.
I don't have any plans to be there. I'll definitely be watching.
Okay.
Um, but I don't have any
Okay.
plans to be there.
As someone who's won a Grammy and lived the long game of this industry, because you definitely have, what does longevity really require that
Mm,
people don't talk about enough?
mm. Adapting.
Okay.
Um, I think you have to adapt to how the industry changes,
Hmm.
right? There's a lot more that I have to do now than I had to do when I started
Interesting. Why?
in the game. Because of the way that we consume music. Streaming wasn't a thing when I first started,
For sure.
right? I could make a pretty decent money selling CDs out of the back of my trunk.
Right.
That's not the game anymore.
Not at all.
Um, I think you have to adapt. I think you have to also really, one of the things that's been really important is keeping clear about who you are,
Hmm.
because a lot of people get in this and you see the shiny thing, or you see a packaging opportunity, or you see a trend, or you see a branding opportunity. But if it's not you, you can't sustain it. And if you can sustain it, you're probably not going to be in the best mental health. So I
Exactly.
think really knowing who you are,
Hmm.
and sometimes doubling down on that, even when it feels like, you know, I'm not going to get this opportunity if I don't become this way or do this thing. Um, because I think at the end of the day, if you lose something because you were authentically yourself, at least you know that's what it was. This is what it is. But I think just just understanding who you are, what your capacity is, what you're able to do, what's sustainable, what's not sustainable. Everything ain't for you. Being really clear about what success looks like to you, I think is the key to longevity.
Your music feels to me both healing and honest. How do you protect your spirit while showing up fully for your audience? Being able to perform, in my mind, says that you have to show up for yourself, but also for the people who are there watching you. How do you protect your spirit though
Yeah, yeah.
in all of that?
Uh, So protecting my spirit, especially out in spaces where new faces, sometimes there's old
Mhm.
faces, but sometimes, a lot of times, it's really new spaces, where you don't necessarily know people. You're not sure how you're going to be received. I do have spiritual practice of meditation. I also have rituals practices, journaling practices, and again to help me ground myself. Oftentimes, before I hit the mic or hit the stage, I'm very much asking my angels and guides to give me what I need to give
Mhm.
them what they need.
Mm.
And so sometimes it's channeling, sometimes it's like, sometimes we put a song on the set list, but the room is telling me something different. So we're going to change this song, or we're not going to do this song, or we're going to flip it, or I'm just going to be listening and in the moment. So really grounding myself. Some of the things I've had to start doing even is yoga, because I have been singing more than I had been for a while. And so I was getting like cramping and tension in my diaphragm. Like I would go off stage and then
Mm.
I'd have to go in the back and stretch because I have like a whole stitch in my side. So I've incorporated yoga to make sure that my body is physically able to do what it needs to do for as long as it needs to. But that for me has been helpful. Just
Okay.
really again tapping into making sure my nervous system is settled, and not nervous to perform, but that I'm able to be present.
Live at Parkville Sound captures such intimacy and presence. What was different about that night that made you say, this is the one?
So I wanted to. Um, so that was, we actually planned that night. That night was intentional to
Hmm.
create. I wanted to. All of my recordings were in the studio, and one of the things I felt like, as much as I'm proud of that work, is that I have not been able to translate my energy from stage to the recording booth.
Hmm.
There's
Yeah.
something about being in front of people, but also being on stage with people who are all like trying to create a moment together, right? There's this cohesiveness, there's this collaborativeness, there's this magic that happens. And I think just energetically, I show up differently when I'm
Yeah.
singing live and performing. And I felt like I really wanted to capture that um, as my work, as
Hmm.
as as the work that I do, right? I love being a recording artist and I love working in the studio, but the energy and the way that I want people to feel is the way that I feel it, the way that I receive it in the room when I perform live for folks. And so in that room we had about 80 people who showed
Hmm.
up. It was small. They were right in front of us, like those folks were sitting right there, and there were no extra takes. There was no, oh, let's try that again. Oh, I didn't hit that note the way I wanted, right? It was all or nothing,
Raw.
raw. And I feel like that's the way I want to connect with people.
Mm.
I feel like that for me, I want to feel people. I want people to feel expanded. I want them to feel fuller. I want them
Hmm.
to. I've had people walk away who'd never seen me before say that that night felt like a spiritual experience. That they
Hmm.
that they just had no, that the difference between seeing me perform live and hearing me perform live,
Hmm. Hmm.
even though they've enjoyed my other recorded project, they said it just felt different to them. It was so much more. And I wanted to capture that so that I could share that and find more opportunities to do that
Yeah.
out for folks. I love playing live. I love it.
Mm. That's awesome. I mean, when you connect with someone in a real way, it definitely feels like a spiritual experience anyway.
And it's spiritual
So,
for me as well. The studio is cool. I love it. And there's some really cool things you can do there and create some moments. But I want to create as consistently and often the moments. I want to live in the live moments,
sounds like sex.
which is typically a live moment. Typically.
Sorry to be so raw, but that's what it feels like.
It is.
What it
It's
sounds
euphoric.
like.
It's
Yeah.
euphoric. It's euphoric for me, for sure. It definitely is a full body experience. So you might be onto something. You might be onto something.
Wow, that's something. Okay, okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Um,
That might, I don't, that might be the largest recorded orgy ever.
listen, I think that's why people listen.
I hope so. If it, listen,
Because if they say, because that always threw me off. I mean, I just think it orgasmic. It's not, what is it? Taboo.
right.
It
Not for
shouldn't be
me.
anyway. It
Not for
shouldn't
me.
be. So I think music and anything that pleasures you in such a way,
Yep. That's a full body.
yeah, it's orgasmic in some ways.
I'm in agreement.
And
I say
very
we say
similar
it
to
is.
sex. Oh my goodness. Mm.
I have often described the live performance experience for me being a full body experience, very much feeling
Yeah.
euphoric.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've explained it as like a massage on the inside, like as I'm singing a note,
Mm.
or if I hold a note, or if I'm, kind of floating on something. It is very much a full body experience for me, similar to
You're
sex.
poetic. You're poetic. I'm a millennial. So, the music is different nowadays. We're just very direct. Whereas Roberta Flack and them, they can say sex without saying it. And that's
Yeah,
what you just and that's
that's
what
where I
you
cut my
just
teeth.
did. That's what you just did. I'm sorry. I'm a little,
Please don't apologize to me.
unhinged.
I want it. All the authenticity. Come as you are.
Apologetically slash unapologetically.
Come as you are.
Amen. I love it.
I want people to feel connected. I want people to
Mhm.
feel expanded. I want people to take a moment for themselves and
Mhm.
witness and be in music, not just use music as this passive thing in the background,
Yeah.
right? It's a moment. When you
Mhm.
go and you hear a live performance, like it's a moment. Like it
Right.
that would not be the same if you weren't there, to be quite
Exactly.
honest.
Mhm.
When we're talking about energies in the room and reactions and feel, even if you're not there and you miss the good show, that show is not the same if you weren't there.
So it was everything that it was supposed to be. Isn't that something? Wow.
But yeah, I want people to, think about going to see a live show as like self-care, a
Mhm.
moment to like go in. I mean, we know that, vibrations and there's sound healing, like,
Yeah. That is a whole thing.
it's
And then
good
even
for
even
us.
even music therapy.
It's good for us. I go to sound healing sessions all the time.
I should go more often. Actually, I went to one, and I think after that, energies and things that were in alignment seemed to open up for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't
Yeah,
been to one since.
do it. Do it.
Okay,
Do
that's a
it.
good
But
that's good.
even listening, even if you listen, if you put together a playlist of songs that when you listen to a song, you can pay attention to your body and how your body feels. And you can feel a shift in your vibration.
For
Put
sure.
those songs on a playlist.
Okay.
And then you have yourself a high vibration playlist when you know you need it.
Mhm. What's your favorite song on Live at Parkville Sounds?
Oh, not fair. All right. My favorite one, I think we have a lot of fun with the one that we opened with Waiting For.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I really love that song because it's just super fun for me. It's a little sassy, and I
Mhm.
think I love what we did with the arrangement. Um, Baby, Baby, Please
Okay.
is I like how stripped down that is. How it's
Mhm.
just me and the bass in the beginning, and just kind of, I'm in trouble. I'm begging. It needs to be quiet and soft and
Mhm.
heard. Um, and then Humanity, the chaos at the end of that song is really powerful. I think the musicians took that in a, I just kind of at the end, it just felt there's a lot of tension in that song, and at
Yeah.
the end,
Yeah.
I just kind of felt like we needed to just go off,
Go crazy.
and that's exactly what they did. I just gave them the command, go off, and they did.
I'm listening to I Choose You and I'm wondering, were you talking about yourself in some ways?
So interestingly enough, it wasn't until after, but I originally wrote that song for my niece for her wedding.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a wedding present. It was a wedding present for her, and it was a private song. It was just for her, and she kept saying, she kept saying, "You have to release this, Auntie. You have to release this."
Love
And so
it.
I surprised her on her wedding day with that as a gift, and she and her husband were so moved that they encouraged me to share it, and so it is out there. But I have been listening to it in different ways, and
Hmm.
including choosing yourself. Like self-love is where it's at before you
Yeah,
can love anyone else.
for sure. When you marry someone,
Hmm.
right, you are becoming one. So in a sense, you are choosing yourself.
In some way. Well, yes, right. So as a married person, I very much believe that you once the passion is gone and all the fun stuff is gone, right, you have to choose that person every day. And sometimes when you're
Mm.
making decisions, I have to choose sometimes to my partner has a really weird way that she likes her food to be on a plate, and I wouldn't do that, and it takes
Hmm.
me an extra few minutes, but because I choose her and choose her happiness and choose her comfort, I arrange her food the way that she likes it, right? So it's little things like that, just choosing that person every day in
Mm.
decisions. But I only think that works if the other person is choosing you as well.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really all about growth.
And growing together, and we're in she and I are very individual people. We're both creatives. We both see the world in a very non-traditional way, and
Hmm.
so but knowing that we each choose each other is the thing
Yeah.
that keeps it strong, right? Like no matter what happens, no matter what situation I'm faced with, no matter what choice I have to
Hmm.
make, understand that you were considered in this decision or in whatever move I had to make. And so that kind of trust is really important, I think.
Trust, commitment.
Hmm.
That's huge. Oh,
Yeah. And I also think when you choose the right person, it doesn't feel like sacrifice. I hear people, oh, there's sacrifice in marriage, and there's this, and
hmm,
marriage is
hmm.
hard. And that has not been my experience. And I have been coupled for 17 years.
Okay.
And I don't think when you have the right person that it feels like sacrifice.
For sure. For sure. It doesn't because even though there are differences, there are so many similarities or so many points of joy
Hmm.
that those little things don't make a big splash.
It's right, right,
Yeah.
right.
So, well, how did you guys meet if you don't mind me asking now that we're on the subject?
I don't mind you asking. Her name is Tiana, and we met um, at a happy hour that we were invited to by the same person. So
Okay.
I used to work with a friend of hers, and her friend had kept trying to get me to come to this happy hour, and her friend had kept
Hmm.
trying to get her to come to this happy hour. She had thrown them like occasionally, and we just happened to show up on the same day. And the moment she walked in, I was like, oh, I was I was in a situation and I was like, oh, I have to wrap some things up over here.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we didn't talk for months, months again. But I knew right away.
How does knowing feel?
Absolute. It felt absolute. Like there was like, it feels like if somebody says, do you want $1 million? Yes.
Of course. Okay. Good way to put it for me.
Mm-hmm.
I am you're gonna make me cry, as you can tell.
Come on, I'm hugging you. I'm hugging you. I'm hugging
You're
you.
gonna make because that is that's deep.
It
Is
is.
it not? Is it not? Or am I just too? Am I just extra?
I don't know. I don't know that. I mean, if you're processing it that way, but that's how it felt to me. That's how I knew that
Yeah.
um that that everything was in alignment, and there were things that I
Mm,
had to do and decisions I had to make, and I didn't second guess them at all.
I love that. I love being decisive, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate.
That's great. So did you always know you were a singer, songwriter, producer? Did you always know that? Or what point in your life were you as absolute with your music as you were with your relationship?
I so when I was like preteen, I was obsessed with Irene Cara.
Okay.
Fame, the TV show Fame, all of that, right? I was like,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be there. I'm supposed to be there. But I did
Mm-hmm.
not, as supportive as my mom is, I did not grow up in a household that was like pushing people towards the arts, right? It was very much like, you're going to go to college, you're going to get a job, you do all of the nice, safe things to make sure that you can support and take care of yourself. And so it wasn't until college when I started experimenting. Well, in high school, I sang a little bit with some friends, and then when I went to college, I don't know. And I had never done this before, but I decided to put together a singing group and do the talent show. And after that, I really caught the bug, and I was done after that. And I actually left college at 20, and came home and told my family that this is what I was doing. And they looked at me like I was crazy because I had never been in a choir. I had never talked about doing anything like this. Um, and then that's when I was absolute about it. And I started chasing anybody who was playing anything or writing anything or singing and pursued it.
That's amazing. I'm very inspired right now. I am. And I want to talk about your reboot era.
Mm.
In this era where you've returned with more intention and honesty, you have a song called Look to the Sky that reminds people things are better than they seem. How often do you find yourself leaning on that song to pull yourself out of hard moments and remind yourself of that truth?
Quite a bit, actually.
Okay.
I think, as as a creative entrepreneur, that there can be some peaks and valleys, and it can be really, really, really hard to stay the course sometimes, even though you're not going to quit, but you just want to put it down sometimes for a minute, or you just are feeling a little defeated, or you're feeling like, I've invested all this time in people, in relationships, in courses, and market money, and then you're just not seeing what you thought you would get, right? Sometimes, especially, you can see that there's this path is the path that's going to take me there. And so I think reminding myself that things are better than they seem is really a reminder that there's always so many things happening in the background that we don't have access to, that we don't see. Um, and that's a good reminder for myself about when I'm feeling a little stuck or feeling frustrated, that things are better than they seem. And it's a really simple, in some ways it can feel dismissive if you say to somebody, "Oh, don't worry, things are better, things are better than they seem," right?
Mhm, mhm,
But it's also, sometimes you just need a simple message to change your view, right? To like flip your
mhm.
camera and take
Yeah.
a look at where you are, even though you aren't where you want to be. And so that reboot era, for me, was very much a time when I hit a wall
Mhm.
with sort of the creative life, feeling frustrated, feeling tired, um, feeling dismissed, feeling uh,
Mhm.
just like, you know, I wasn't enjoying it.
Yeah.
And so I think I had the wisdom at the time to say, just put this down. Just put this down. We don't have to say what we're going to do with it, but we know we have to put it down for our mental health, for all of the other things that we have going on in our life. Um, And so I just sort of shifted and refunneled my creativity in other spaces that weren't necessarily performing or as like a solo singing artist.
How have you kind of reinvented, right? You had that same well of creativity, but it was becoming monotonous in a way, right?
Yes.
People, period, in general, are always just amazed, I feel like, when you can sing, act, dance, paint, draw, it's like, oh my gosh, you're a nurse too, you're a teacher too, they're like, you're supposed to be this one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Eddie Murphy said in his interview, he was just like, well, my creativity can channel itself through different outlets.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and I know, like you just mentioned, that you do the same thing. What are some of those outlets that you've, channeled your creativity into that has ultimately led you back to your first love, music?
Yeah. So the biggest thing was actually I went into mentoring and coaching other artists. So people who wanted to do what I had been doing for years, but were just starting and they needed a thought partner or a sounding board or someone to kind of just show them, give them shortcuts, right? Instead of like, I was being the person that I needed when I was starting. And that is what actually re-inspired me. Kind of being a person who had experience, who wasn't gatekeeping, that I could ask questions to, right? When I started this, I was the niner.
Wait.
In the 1900s. So there was no Google, there was no YouTube, there was no, so you really had to just trust that the people around you were giving you good information.
Right.
And, and sometimes people didn't want to give you information. Sometimes people, were withholding, or they didn't have it, or they were what it looked like they were doing. They were, finessing it, or, and so I thought about what did I need when I was first coming up, when I left college and decided I was going to do this, right? I had to talk to people. I had to get in rooms and hang out with folks. And so I started showing up in that way for other artists. I went into some theater productions and had some fun. I am not a good actress. That is not one of my gifts. But what I enjoyed the most and took and was inspired by with theater was the way an ensemble works together. That was really powerful for me. And so I ended up opening again with Tiana, a company called Grit Productions. She is a comedic writer. So she and I both have, but we both have had day jobs in administrative roles. So we were able to combine production management, logistics support, doing all kinds of things to support artists who just wanted to be able to put up the show or do the thing, the video shoot, the photo shoot, whatever it is. And we would take care of all of the things behind the scenes. So even that put me in spaces where, like, I've done art shows and book launches and, photo shoots, music videos, stage one-woman shows. So that put me in spaces that were not music, but very inspiring.
Love it.
So I do think inspiration is everywhere if you're looking for it. And I think I was in a space where I was not inspired, but I knew that I needed to be, and I wasn't in a rush. I just, I became a servant, and in serving other people, I was gifted with inspiration to be able to come back, reorganize my thoughts, be clear, reinvent how I was going to do it, how I was going to show up in a more sustainable and authentic way.
You're a hypnotist. I was looking at my notes, and when you said come back, I immediately came back. Did you notice? Your words are powerful, Charmagne. Please do it to me.
I thank you. Give me the lotto numbers. Give me the lotto numbers.
Do I know them? Tell me. Because if you know something I don't know. I am not living to my full potential.
Listen.
No, yes, I am. I am. I have to be careful with the things that I'm saying. But
Okay.
all right, so you have what people lovingly call auntie energy, that ability to make anyone feel seen. How intentional is that connection when you step on stage?
It is really intentional. I have been an aunt longer than I have not.
Okay.
So I'm the oldest of seven, and I have 40 plus nieces and nephews.
Whoa.
So my training, I got my years in.
Okay.
I think, but I will say, belonging and affirming has been always a very important thing to me, and I think it is throughout other work that I do as well. It's really powerful to feel seen, and it's powerful for the person on the other end to feel seen and affirmed and cared for and considered, right? And so being able to be part of that exchange um, is valuable to me, and I think it is intentional, but I think it also comes naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I think it also comes naturally. I do think it's important when you're talking to people to be present, to look them in the eye, to ask them about themselves, to make sure that they're enjoying themselves. Um, and it's not intentional in the way that in my head I'm like, oh, make sure you talk to this person, make sure you talk to that person. Like it's genuinely like, you've come to see me, I'm happy you're here, I want to connect. So I think connection is really important, and that's really what I'm aiming to do through my music and just as a person,
Mm-hmm.
connecting. But I think the auntie energy comes in some ways where I can I can be a little bit, come here, sugar.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Come here, sugar. Or, are you taking care of yourself? Are you drinking enough water? Like that.
How's your love life?
Right. How'd you love? I see you still with that girl. Why are you bringing her around? I thought y'all
Right.
broke up.
Right.
So, but it's a loving care. And sometimes
Okay.
it can be, I have had friends tell me that one of the ways I've been described as I big sister hard.
Hmm. Okay.
I have
Okay.
had a friend tell me that you big sister hard. She said you out big sistered me, and I'm a big sister.
Yeah. You had the big sister hard, so it's like no stepping away from that for you.
There really isn't in any situation that I've been in. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So again. I think I've been auntie and hard since I was early, my 19, 20.
Okay. I love that. Where were some of the places that you toured? Were you in Dubai?
I was in Ghana. I was in Vietnam. So,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Awesome. How did you get those opportunities? Did you just kind of seek them yourself, or?
I worked with a booking agent at the time with another friend of mine had a booking agent, and this agent needed some acts to do a couple things, and so she and I connected. And
Nice. Okay. All right. So you fronted bands, you've toured internationally, you've evolved through multiple eras. What part of your artistry are you most proud of today?
hmm, I think I'm really proud of the quality of my work. I think I'm proud of the way that my band shows up, and uh, we show up, and I think we really do a great job. I'm trying to I'm trying to word it properly here, but we kill it. We kill, we kill it, and
Period.
we do, and I love it. I don't, and that's not just me. Like that's the musicians as well, right? The cats that I play with,
Hmm.
the different people I play with. Um, really show up, and they care about the work, and they care about the music, and they care about making sure that people are enjoying themselves and connecting.
Hmm.
And we leave a lot of space on stage for each other to do different things. Like every time you hear a song, it might be different the next time because someone else is feeling something different that night
Hmm.
or is having a different interpretation of that moment. Um, but I think the quality of my work has been good, and I think it keeps getting better.
I love that. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like anything. When whatever you said made me think about food. You have the
Mhm.
recipe, but every time you make that particular dish, it might be different.
Right,
You know
right.
what I mean? Even if you do go measure by measure, it'll
Hmm.
still be a little different every time. Um, so that's awesome. I can't wait to see you on stage. I can't wait to see you in concert. I wanted to say you talked about connecting and you talked about the different parts of New England, so to speak, or
Hmm.
Connecticut. And so, what part of Connecticut do you most connect with? Because I feel like you could connect with all of them, right? The urban scene, the Martha's Vineyard scene, the other two that you mentioned. Which one do you connect with the most?
I think I probably most connect with. I think in my most of the time, I'm probably
Hmm.
connecting with
Okay.
Quaint Connecticut. We have a very rich poetry scene here. We have a
Hmm.
really rich jazz scene here, and so lots of jazz and lots of poetry is
Hmm.
where I am most connected. Where I live, it's a black suburb.
Okay.
So there's lots of black culture where I am, but I'm close to Hartford. And so we have a large Latino culture there. So there's lots of
Hmm.
that. So we're just kind of like these smaller cities, but we call ourselves the small state, big heart.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, I love a little jaunt to Martha's Vineyard.
Hmm.
I love um, the Four Seasons,
Okay.
right? That we have. We have lots of little sea towns with the quaint shopping, um, the scenes you see on TV with the little cape houses and that. Um, I like it.
What's
I,
your favorite? The food is amazing there because I would imagine it's fresh. A lot
oh,
of
you
it,
see
like the
seafood?
seafood. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat a lot of the seafood, but I did growing up. And so again, my mother's from Maine, so we did eat a lot of seafood. So
Hmm.
yes, whenever I go to other states, whenever I leave New England and eat seafood, it does taste different. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not.
Like nasty, not fresh.
I don't know. I don't know if it's nasty or not fresh, but
You're like, I'm not gonna say that, but
and Connecticut is the pizza capital of the country.
Connecticut pizza?
Connecticut pizza is where it's at.
I've never heard of it ever,
I
but it's
know.
okay. I don't okay. I can't
Connecticut.
wait. I can't wait. This is my next trip. I promise you when we get off the phone, I am
Let me
going to
let's
look
go.
up a train ticket
Let's
because
go. It's not bad. You can get it for like $50 if you book it out a month out.
really
Hmm.
you've performed at the Lotus Room during your reboot era.
Yep.
What can audiences expect emotionally and sonically from that moment?
It's a cozy, great, beautiful room.
Mhm.
They have a nice small stage. Sonically, um, I play with bass, drums, and a piano player.
Okay.
So it's a tight quartet. We do neo soul, um, R&B, some classics, soul and R&B
Mhm.
songs as well, and mixed in with some of my originals. It's a vibe. We typically do about two sets. The
Okay.
food is good. The
Two
vibe is good.
sets, what, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes each?
Two about 2 50-minute sets. So we play from 8 to
Ooh,
11.
wow.
Yeah, and then
You a bad man, Gemma.
that's why I need to do that yoga.
Yes, girl. Oh my, you're amazing. Wow. So what are some of your favorite well, I would imagine all of them because that's why you cover them, but what are your covers that you do?
Oh yeah, so we cover Jill Scott, we
Oh,
cover Sade, we cover
okay.
Erica Badu,
Okay.
Lauren Hill, um, even a little bit of Beatles. I do some Beatles. I do
Love
some
that.
Gnarls Barkley.
Okay.
So we're in there. Yeah, it's a good time.
You gotta throw a Michelle and Cello. So what's your
I do.
favorite Michelle and Cello song?
Who is he? And what is he to you? Dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum,
Okay.
dum, dum, dum. I love that. I love uh
Come on, give me mine.
I know I'm trying the whole album Cookie. The whole Cookie was my favorite album.
Cookie. Oh,
Um
okay.
yeah, so
Okay.
it's back, but I love
Wait a
that
minute.
one. I love
Uh-huh.
why am I not I'm blanking.
Because the song that is my favorite, honestly, I'm blanking, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's the name of the song? I can't even.
The one from Love and Basketball.
Oh yes, and the thing, oh God, how does it go? But the thing is, I didn't even know that that was that song.
When we
Um,
face to
ooh, I
face.
love that.
Right?
No, no love, but it's just oh,
Yes. Yes.
that's
Shame on us. Shame on
that's.
us. Love it, can't name it.
Can you do that at your show?
I might. I might.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a really
Yeah.
good one.
And then okay, and then so now what's your favorite Rochelle song? I know it's hard to say because
I
she's
can't.
got so many good ones
I
with
can't.
like Will Downing and then with
I can't. I
okay.
can't. I can't. I
Okay.
plead the fifth.
I love how you're lighting up talking about them.
Yeah, I mean, they are yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 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 So that makes sense. All of the covers that you do makes complete sense.
Mhm.
All right, so let me see. For someone listening who had to step away, recalibrate, and start again, what reminder would you want to hold close right now? What do you think? You like that question?
I think the reminder that I want to hold close right now is that I really enjoy this.
I like it. Maybe that's
I
the
really,
song that's your next album title,
I really enjoy this.
or just enjoy this. I don't
Enjoy
know.
this. Ooh, that could be good. Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
really
Maybe
enjoy it. I really
or
enjoy
I
it. It
really
gets,
yeah.
I'm sorry, good.
I'm done.
I
I'm
was saying
listening.
it gets hard sometimes. It does get hard
Yeah.
because especially when you pour your heart and soul into something and you
Hmm.
are anticipating a particular outcome. And that's when I have to reach into my Buddhist bag and like practice the art of detachment and just kind of be like, it is what it is. You put it out in the world. The universe is going to do what it does.
Yeah.
But I do think that I enjoy this and it is who I am and making music and singing for people, whether it's 10 people or 10,000,
Hmm.
is valuable to me. It feels good to me. And what I learned when I put it down is that I don't like who I am without it.
Mm. Such a powerful note to leave people inspired. Thank you so much, Charmaine. Guys, you can find her on her website, charmagnetripp.com. You can find her on social media at Singing Charm, I want to
Yep.
say, right?
Yep.
Okay. We'll find you on all major music
Yes.
platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music,
All of it.
YouTube,
All
and
of it.
and there's so much more in store for us when it comes to following your career, Charmaine. So thank you for the 25 years that you have already contributed, and I'm looking forward to 25 plus more.
Tila, I thank you so much. You are a
Thank
true
you.
delight, and I'm glad that you are in your reboot season. And I'm looking forward to catching all of your work. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, Charmaine. I look forward to having you back on the show.
Yeah, and we're gonna get that. We're gonna get you the New England Negro experience. You're gonna come, and we'll
Okay.
show you all the things.
Thank you. All right.
Peace.
Peace.